What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, I don't got no damn time for no intros, okay? We know what type of time it is. You know what I'm on right now. You seen the news that broke today that Derek Carr is benched and inevitably seems like he is done as the Las Vegas quarterback. It looks like he's done with the Raiders organization. Looks like the Derek Carr era is finished. Now, the crazy part is even though I'm not surprised, and I can't say they did him wrong, it just don't feel like they did him right. Look, I don't know what it is. It's just something about the situation just seems real fishy, okay? Seems real fishy, but it's no surprise. Derek Carr's been struggling this year. Derek Carr's been having a bad season this year. Inconsistent, to say the least. And the Raiders feel like that it was probably best to shut him down. Now, there are some details that are emerging from the locker room, that are emerging from behind the scenes where you're starting to see a little bit what might have taken place in order to make this decision. And like we already know on the surface is, if Derek Carr gets hurt, the Raiders got to give him guaranteed money, almost $40 million if he was to get hurt. So you say, look, you sit him down for these next 2 games so he doesn't get hurt, so we don't have to pay him that money. But it also kind of tells you that if they're not trying to give him that guaranteed money for him getting hurt, they're probably not trying to give him that money to bring him back next year and play quarterback. So it just seems like with Derek Carr being benched for the rest of the season, he's not going to be the quarterback next year. But then when you take it a step further, not only is he being benched, but he's not even the backup quarterback. So he's not even the backup to the backup quarterback. He's not even activated. The Raiders deactivated Derek Carr. You take a guy who's played 9 seasons for you and just deactivate him like that. Seems a little suspicious. But then you take it a step further. They said that Derek Carr wasn't even at practice. So you mean to tell me Derek Carr deactivated, not at practice, he's not going to be on the sidelines, he packed his bags and they sent him home? Now, I don't know if Derek Carr decided to go home and said, look guys, can I have some permission to go home and be with my family in these tough times? I don't know if that was the case, or if they said, Derek Carr, might be best for you not to be around the facility because look, we're going to move on from you next year, we're going to get rid of you next year, and we don't think it's fair to the other guys in the locker room to have to answer those questions every single day and have you answer those questions in the locker room about the media and what you're going to do next year and how you feel about what the team did and do you agree with the decisions. So I don't know if it was mutual in the sense of Derek asked to go home, or if it was mutual in the sense of they said it was best for Derek Carr to go home and he said, you know what, I agree, I don't want to be a distraction, so I'm going. But then more details start coming out, and it wasn't Josh McDaniels' decision to bench Derek Carr, it wasn't Ziegler's decision to bench Derek Carr, even though they all will be saving money. But who would really be saving money by benching Derek Carr? That's right, Mark Davis. So the story is Mark Davis is fed up with Derek Carr. Mark Davis feels like it's time to shut Derek Carr down. Mark Davis feels like he don't want to spend the money on Derek Carr in case he gets hurt. So it was up to Mark Davis to decide to shut Derek Carr down. Supposedly, word on the street is Davis has been fed up with Derek Carr for years now. Davis has been very underwhelmed with Derek Carr's performance this year. Enough to say that there wasn't anything he can do in the next 2 games to change his mind. He has seen enough. He said that Derek Carr came up short this year and was upset with the fact that they spent so much money on Devontae Adams and didn't see any benefits of that. They didn't reap any benefits of him spending that money. Now, what's ironic about that, because I don't think he's wrong. I think he has a right to be fed up with Derek Carr after this year. I think he has a right to say Derek Carr fell short this year. I don't disagree with any of that. I just think it's ironic that the dysfunction in the Raiders is kind of directly tied to Mark Davis, but Mark Davis is trying to tie it directly to Derek Carr. Now, I know Derek Carr hasn't had a good year. I know Derek Carr has been inconsistent, but damn, to say that the dysfunction in the franchise has something to do with Derek Carr, it's kind of crazy because the guy saying it is the one directly tied to the dysfunction, which is the owner, who keeps bringing all these different coaches in, all these different offensive coordinators, all these different players here and there, signing the checks for those contracts that haven't worked out for the Raiders. I mean, it's just kind of strange to me, but I want you guys to get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think Derek Carr got a fair shake in this situation? Do you feel like the Raiders did him a little dirty? Do you feel like Derek Carr is being a chump because he's saying, oh, if you're not going to start me, you're going to bench me, I'm going to go home? What do you guys think? I just want to know. Get down in the comments and tell me right now, because I want to know. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Honcho. If you like the video, like the video. You like the content on the channel, well, damn, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know where to find me, man. Like Primetime says, I ain't hard to find. I am not sad about the Derek Carr news because I think the writing was on the wall. Like I said, I think Derek could have been the Raiders quarterback next year. He might still be the Raiders quarterback next year. But if he's not the quarterback next year, I feel like he didn't do enough for anybody to argue why he should be, right? I just think that's how it goes. So hit me up, get in the comments, let me know what you think. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Honcho. Till next time, as always, Honcho out.